I just wanted to show you what I got going with these skirts. There's a few things that I keep an eye on and I think is important to consider when it comes to getting these skirts on here. So let me show you that. Okay, to figure out how this fancy little camera works. Here we are. Looking at it from these skirts, these are just freshly blocked out. I just put them on moments ago, tacked them into place, located a nail here, one back here on the back of the skirt, and right here, what I got going, let me get something to point with. Okay, here we are. As this skirt comes up and disappears behind the fork, I like to have it almost nearly perpendicular to this front line of the fork right here, so that my front jockey lays into this area right here nicely. So this is kind of headed uphill right here, that line right there. So I've mostly pattern cut these skirts, but what I'll do when I take these off to stamp them, I'll make some reference marks here. This is one of them. I want to make a mark right there, so I'll trim that off, and I'll need to trim more off too. As you may see here, I need to trim a bunch off right there, probably a good half an inch right there, for that to lay in underneath the ground seat right there. So what I like to see, if I can manage it, is the hardware on this butterfly plate. I want it to begin below the bottom line of the skirt right there, and that's about where I'm at on things. So ideally that's where I'd like to see the skirt right there. So let's travel on around the back side, and what I've got going here, this is a long seated saddle, 16, I guess nowadays that isn't so long. But what I like to see right here, for a measurement from the cantle back to the back part of the skirt on a round skirted saddle like this, I like to see it about 6 to 6 1/4. I've pared this back to about 6. And I just think that balances things up here with a round skirted saddle like that. So I've got this blocked out, and it's going to be a half breed stamped saddle, so this area right here is going to be flower stamped. So we'll pull these off and make a few final cuts to fit, separate the skirts here where I've got them laced together, and then be ready to do some flower stamping.